Welcome back to Grand Slam Federation, everybody. Tonight we got a 6-way ladder match. Penta's defending his Intercontinental Championship.
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
All right, everybody, if you're following around in real life, you know that there's no real story to this. Penta got the belt. Penta needed a defense. They threw it together on WrestleMania. Added our first contestant, Rey Mysterio, last minute. The Hall of Famer, the father of the king of the luchadors, Rusev Mysterio, the little giant, Rey Mysterio. And here's an oddball in the match considering all the people that they put into it. You got the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev Day. Now, you got a whole bunch of high flyers and luchadors in this match, and then you got the one big bruiser, which is right here. Should make for an interesting matchup. See if he can dominate all the little guys. The Irish Ace.
Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 195 pounds, J.D. McDonagh.
Now, it'll be interesting to see if he wins this match at WrestleMania, how that's going to affect him and Dom's relationship. Although I don't have him as the favorite in this. And then we got the young OG. Bouncing out the gym, jumping out the gym.
From Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 180 pounds, Javon Evans.
The young up-and-comer. He's been wrestling since, what, 13? A lot of experience in the game for such a young man, hence the young OG. And we got the luchador kung fu extraordinaire, Dragon Ball Lee,
from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 100.
AKA the luchador Batman. That's what I like to call him. Look at his mask. Besides the tail, he looked like Batman. And rounded out the lineup, the champion. No fear. Zero fear. Now, from a booking perspective, I would have left the title with Dominic so that him and Finn Balor's match could actually mean something, since Dom stole it from him last WrestleMania when he pinned him to become the Intercontinental Champion. But that's a different story for a different day, for a different match.
From Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 94 kilos.
But I will say I like Penta. He's entertaining. I was watching him back in AEW and prior to. It's good to see him finally make it to the top stage. But this is what it's all about. The goal, the Intercontinental Championship. We're not going to waste no time. We're going to get straight into this. There goes the bell. Penta starting out already, going in on J.D. McDonagh. Dragon Lee tossed to the outside by Rusev. The young OG is showing y'all why he's the young OG. Taking it to the Hall of Famer early. Rusev sent to the outside by the young OG. J.D. McDonagh stopping the mud hole into Penta, and here comes Dragon Lee again. Got the backbreaker from J.D. McDonagh. Now, I want you guys to go down in the comment section and tell me who y'all think is going to be leaving with the gold WrestleMania weekend. If I had to pick anybody, I would say Penta's probably going to retain, you know, to give him his first WrestleMania win. Hall of Famer looking for his get back on the young OG. Rusev out there charging up. And young OG's buried under the ladder. Dropped right on his head by McDonagh. With a makeshift famouser from Rey Mysterio. With a nasty clothesline to the young OG in the corner. Tossed to the outside by the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, the leader of the LWO. Going for that ladder, setting it up. Into the ring goes Dragon Lee. Rusev clearing off the table. He's looking to get some destruction in early. Off from the ladder by the young OG. Drop with a nasty forearm by Dragon Lee. A cold breaker. Knocking Rusev off his feet by JD McDonagh, the Irish ace. Slung to the outside. Crash and burn from Mysterio. Not sure what he was thinking about right there. Hurricane Rana from Dragon Lee. It seems the young OG has got some real beef going on with the Hall of Fame, but they've been targeting each other since the match began. Countered by the young OG. With a trip takedown by JD McDonagh, giving the young OG a little bit of facial reconstruction. Rey Mysterio working the arms of Rusev. Young OG with another springboard Hurricane Rana. Nasty drop kick, dropping JD McDonagh like a sack of dirty laundry. He goes out to the outside of the ropes, looking for some springboard action. Misses the clothesline, crash and burn goes Evans. Nasty snaps, German suplex from the young OG. It looks like Rey Mysterio's out there attacking Rusev with that kendo stick. You can hear the cracks in the background. Running power slam from the young OG, and Rey Mysterio still going in with that kendo stick. Swing and a miss by JD McDonagh, landing back first on the ladder. Young OG looking to take advantage. Here goes Rey Mysterio with the roll-up from Dragon Lee from the outside, but this is not a regular match. That's not going to help you. Got him out of danger, though. With the forward flip into the Hurricane Rana on Dragon Lee from Mysterio. Basement dropkick to the thighs of JD McDonagh, taking his legs right out from under him. Another crash and burn from Mysterio. He's been away from the ring too long. And Penta going in on Rusev with the chair. Penta went through. You can still hear him swinging it out there. Or was it Dragon Lee, it looks like? Can't really see. They're blocked by the crowd. Finally, Rey lands something from the ropes. That cross body. Young OG set his sights on Rey Mysterio once again, dropping some heavy bombs on him. And here comes Penta. Locking it up with the Hall of Famer. And here comes Rusev Day again. JD McDonagh. Hit Penta with the sit-out powerbomb from the pedigree position. Couldn't quite see what Javon Evans landed, but he knocked Rusev off his feet. Rusev's out cold right now. There goes Javon Evans. Dropped it, didn't mean nothing. Rusev shrugged that off like a fly, like a mosquito bite. And there goes Rey Mysterio with that swinging DDT, and he lands on the steps for himself with the no-sell. And Penta looks to have introduced a table into the ring. And a match get destroyed by Dragon Lee onto the ladder, crushing the skull of Javon Evans. Evans is out cold. McDonagh goes out the back door. Cameraman's not doing his job, but then Rusev introducing the steel steps into the ring. With a neck breaker by Dragon Lee. McDonagh looks to have knocked Penta out cold out there on the outside of the ring. And here comes Rusev. Day snatched up by JD. Evans finally stirring again. Back to his feet. Targeted once again. Targeted the Hall of Famer with the cutter. With the OG cutter. Dropping the Hall of Famer. Rey Mysterio spills out to the floor, to the streets of Las Vegas. Not sure what Penta's strutting about back there. He just got up off his back. Evans with the ladder, setting it up. Rusev dragging the young OG to the corner. Gives him a first-class ticket to the top belt buckle, turnbuckle. Rusev at the top of the ladder looking to get the gold. Rey Mysterio pushing on it. Sends Rusev crashing down on top of that ladder. And here comes Penta with the 2-for-1 special on McDonagh and Mysterio. Snatching up the young OG. Blocked by the young OG. Those Ric Flair chops and heavy right hands. Hurricanrana attempt blocked by the ladder. And there goes Rusev. That step-up roadhouse. Knocking all of Dragon Lee's teeth out of his mouth. Young OG with the swanton. Crushing the ribs of Penta. And there goes that camel clutch by Rusev. Can't win it that way, though, but you can certainly deal some pain. And the OG cutter from the top rope, from the penthouse, by the young OG. Taking Penta out, dropping. Rusev with the chair. Javon Winfrey handing out those chair shots. Everybody gets one. He gave Rusev 3. The dropkick blocked by Penta. There goes Mysterio giving the beast by Dre to JD McDonagh on the outside. Making worlds collide with Dragon Lee and Penta. And here comes Rusev once again, recovering from those chair shots. With a spleen buster. And across the head of the kendo stick goes JD McDonagh, dropping the Bulgarian Bruce. And the Penta driving to the outside on Mysterio. Right there on Durango. JD McDonagh's got that chair. What's he gonna do? He's gonna crack Rusev across the kneecaps. And Rusev returning the favor, kicking McDonagh's teeth down his throat. Here goes that Alabama slam, reversed by Rusev. Right back into the camel clutch. Your spine is definitely not supposed to bend that way. McDonagh tapping out ain't gonna help you, my boy. You're done. Rusev finally decided to let go of the grip. And here comes the young OG once again. Counter by Rusev. The young OG, you're gonna have to get your weight up before you can step to the big boys, man. Okay, Rusev's up in the penthouse. Where's he going? Oh, he had to change of heart. He turns his sights back to McDonagh. Missing that roundhouse, that roadhouse. And a poison rana from McDonagh, dropping Rusev on his skull. And there goes JD McDonagh with that assisted Saito suplex. Oh, man! A Spanish fly onto the edge of the ladder from McDonagh, rearranging the spinal column of the young OG. And another sit-out powerbomb from Dragon Lee right onto that chair. And here goes Rey Mysterio setting up that 619. Seems he was a swing and a miss. The young OG avoiding the clutches of Rusev. Dragon Lee setting up that ladder, stopped by Rusev in his tracks. And Rusev and Penta ascend the ladder. Who will come back down with the gold? Swing and a miss by McDonagh. I saw him crash and burn. Penta and Rusev swinging it out. And he tosses Penta from the top of the ladder. And another Mexican destroyer on Javon Evans, this time delivered by the Hall of Famer. We're gonna have to give Javon some concussion protocols after this match. Taking a lot of shots to the head tonight. Right across the back of the skull of Mysterio with that chair. With the no-sell. Looking to get his receipt on McDonagh fast. Face first onto the ladder with the trip from McDonagh. Might have cracked an orbital with that one. And there goes Rusev kicking Penta's teeth down his throat. You ain't gotta have no fear to get kicked in the mouth. Tossing Rey Mysterio outside like he's nothing. It's McDonagh. Oh, with the backbreaker to the center of the spine from Penta. And a driver dropping McDonagh on his huge head. Man's got the head of a pit bull terrier. I'll tell you what, Irish terrier. Dragon Lee grabbing out another ladder from up under the ring. And the OG cutter to Dragon Lee on the streets of Las Vegas. Right there next to the Sahara. Big roadhouse for Rusev dropping Penta. And nobody's paying attention, but the young OG's ascending the ladder. He's all by himself. Scorpion death drop from Penta, but the OG's getting the belt down. And he retrieves the belt, and there you have it. Your new Intercontinental Champion, the young OG, Sir Bounce-A-Lot, jumping out the gym, out the stadium, Javon Evans. Now that was an action-packed match, folks, from bell to bell. Once again, please go down to the comments. Let me know what you think is going to happen on WrestleMania weekend and any matches that you guys would like to see. I'm all about bringing you guys action here at the Grand Slam Federation. Remember to like, share, subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys next time here in the Grand Slam Coliseum.